Good morning, everybody. It's Norma here. How are you this morning? It's Wednesday, June the 23rd, and I'm here at home this morning in Caledonia. And of course, Ginger will be joining us for our practice this morning. So we're just about 3 minutes out, so if you've arrived, welcome, and come and get cozy on your mat, whatever that looks like for you today. We're not going to require any props, but if you like to have yoga blocks handy, always a good thing to have that. Or if you like to have a blanket for Shavasana or something a sweater or socks to cuddle up with, please make that available for you. So a reminder, it's an all levels class. I'll be doing some options throughout, so everybody practice at your own level. Can take it up a notch if you're feeling like you want to get a little bit more of a workout, so maybe adding push-ups to your chaturangas, or skipping all the flows if that's how you would serve your body better today. So welcome, and we're just gonna get started in about 2 minutes. I'll be right back. One of the beauties of being at home for yoga is I got a coffee delivered for me. So if you're still sipping on your coffee or you have a glass of water available to you, always nice to be able to take a sip of water through class. So I'm going to begin in a seat today. And you can start in a seat, or you can lay on your back, starting Shavasana. What feels good for you this morning? My helper Ginger is here, and I'm just getting back to my page in my book. Let's begin. So taking these first few breaths as you get settled here in this space, allowing the time to transition. So if you're in a seat, making sure that you remove any fleshy parts underneath your sit bones, or maybe sit up on a yoga block or a cushion as I am. If you've got any tightness in your hips and your knees are higher than the hips, you want to bring your seat up a little bit so that your pelvis is more aligned. And you can place your hands on your knees, palms face up if you're feeling like you need to receive some energy this morning, or you can put your palms down if you feel like you need some grounding. Same thing goes if you're starting in Shavasana on your back, making sure that you wiggle out and feel that connection to your mat. whether this is your first time ever practicing yoga, welcome. If this is your first time maybe practicing yoga this week, as it is for me, or maybe this month, wherever you are on your journey, welcome home. Know that you are safely held here, and the next 45 minutes is your time that you've carved out for yourself. So we're gonna breathe, and we're gonna flow, and we're gonna stretch. And just do what feels good in your body. I am a guide. Everything is just a suggestion. If at any time there's something else you want to add to a posture, as I mentioned, maybe some push-ups with your chaturangas, or skipping all the flows this morning. Honor your body, honor your practice. Can we take an inhale together? Exhale, sigh, let it all go. Open your mouth wide. Can you feel yourself softening even more? Transitioning now to your breath that goes in through your nose and out through your nose. Just with that slight constriction in the back of your throat, kind of like you're snoring, you're snorkeling. Our Ujjayi breath, trying to send that breath or life force into any area that may be calling for attention this morning. Always awareness, no judgment. And can you send your breath into that area? Just generally, how are you feeling this Wednesday morning? Is there an area that you maybe can send some breath there? And maybe feel it soften even more. And as you're observing your breath, can you imagine inhaling to receive, and on your exhale, letting anything go? And always an option to let that sigh breath, open your mouth, making lots of noise if you want to. Let it all go. If you're on your seat, can you transition onto your backs? I'm just slowly offering small movements here. Taking your right ear to right shoulder. Bring back to center. Left ear, left shoulder. No rush, no world here. Slow and steady. Gently waking your body back up. Back to center. One more time. Right ear, right shoulder. And then back to center. Left ear, left shoulder. Breathing yourself back to center. Taking your knees into your chest. Maybe coming up and giving yourself a wee hug before letting your head and shoulders soften down on the mat. And let's just rock ourselves from side to side. Again, slow and steady. Just feeling that little massage in your sacral area, that lower base of your spine. Or like a happy baby without your legs extended. So just thinking about our lower back here now, not our hamstrings. Letting your feet come down to the floor, hands can be by your sides, taking your feet out as wide as your mat. Your toes can be facing out. Number 1 and number 11 on the clock with your feet. Taking your knees into the center to touch, knock knees to start. And then just slowly offering windshield wipers from side to side. Slow and deliberate here. Allowing yourself to get nicely into that hip joint. Again, observing maybe how your hips are feeling this morning. Next time your knees fall to the right, can you leave them there? Taking your right foot and hooking it over your left knee, gently pulling your knee down towards the floor, left knee towards the floor. Hand can be on your chest, maybe your left arm is extended. Or your hand can be up, over, feeling that nice stretch in the left side of your body. Next breath, letting your knees come up. Your right foot is still across your left knee, the number 4 here. You can stay here. Maybe come up on your tippy toes. Or if it's in your practice and you want to get a little deeper, being gentle with yourself as we're just warming up, you can needle and thread, bringing your left knee towards your nose. Feet are flexed to protect your knees. And don't go deeper into this posture if that's affecting your breath at all or it's making your shoulders scrunch up. What feels good for you at this moment? Maybe not thinking about what you maybe could have done the last time you were in a yoga practice. What feels good to you today? Maybe thinking about that present moment. Not looking to the past, not looking ahead. What feels good in this present moment? Letting your hands come free. If you're threading your needle, left foot comes down to the mat. Keeping at figure 4, can you drop your knees over to the left, tipsy 4, offering your right foot towards the ground, anchoring that right shoulder into the mat. If that's raising up, coming back out of the twist. Allowing your gaze to go over your right shoulder. Your eyes can be closed if that feels okay. Are you still breathing? Letting your knees come back up. Uncrossing your legs, letting your feet come wide once again. Knees knock in. And windshield wipers to reset your spine. Maybe noticing any changes in your right leg that those stretches may have brought. And don't worry, left leg, we're coming for you. The next time your knees fall to the left, we're going to leave them there. This time taking left foot over right knee, hooking there, gently bringing your right knee down to the mat. Hand can be on your belly, right hand can grow long above your head here, feeling that breath into your right side of your body. So if your mind begins to wander as we're maybe holding these stretches a little bit longer today, can you think about being present here? Maybe acknowledging any thought that may come into your mind. back to your breath, back to the present, right here, right now. Letting your knees come back to center. Figure 4 here now with your right foot on the mat. You can stay here. If you want to thread the needle through, taking your right knee towards your chest. And once again, observing maybe that one side is completely different than the other, and that's okay. Always awareness. And only going deeper here if that's not compromising your breath and not shrugging up your shoulders. Unthreading the needle. If you're thread your needle, letting right foot come to the floor. Foot is still flexed over your right knee. Allowing your left foot to come down and maybe drop over to the right side. Allowing that twist to happen through your spine, but making sure you're still rooted and anchored in your left shoulder on the mat. And your left foot may never touch the floor, and that's okay. Making sure you have that good anchor in your left shoulder. Guys, gaze can be over your left shoulder or eyes can be lowered here. And can you soften even more? Maybe you were holding on there and you weren't even aware of it. Letting knees come back up, uncrossing your feet. Let's take our knees back into our chest, coming up into a little hug. Rocking side to side one more time to massage out that spine. And then taking hands underneath your knees and maybe rocking and rolling along your spine. And transitioning over to your tabletop position. So setting that good foundation for your tabletop. Fingers are splayed out wide, like little suction cups are holding onto the mat from your fingertips. Spine is neutral here, flat back to start with your table. Toes can be tucked or toes can be flat on the mat. Let's travel through 3 cat-cows just to settle here. Dropping our belly, lifting our gaze, cow. Exhaling, belly button to spine, curling up like that scary Halloween cat. Getting deeper into our upper thoracic area here, letting your head drop, letting anything drop off your neck that maybe be holding on still. 2 more, linking breath with movement, cow, tails long behind you. Cat. Final cat posture. We're coming back to a neutral spine. Bending our toes if they're not tucked, lifting our hips up and back to our first downward facing dog. Pelling out our feet here. Pouring our heart through the opening of our arms, laying up biceps with your ears. Do anything here that you Body still may be craving. We've done some leg stretches to start today, so maybe your legs are feeling good. When you feel ready, offering stillness here. Going high, high, high on your tippy toes, bending generously into your knees. Can you lift your tail up high? And then once again, lower your heels toward the mat, pouring your heart through. Nice adjustments there. See the length that you've got in your downward dog. Can we inhale together? Exhale, sigh, let it all go. Bending your knees, looking to the top of the mat. Can you travel there? You can tippy toe. You can take maybe one big step, or you can jump if that's in your practice. Inhaling to lengthen, flat back. Exhale, folding in. Before rising all the way up, bringing all that energy, taking hands to heart center. Just taking a moment in your Tadasana, your mountain pose, just to feel that connection of your mat. Your toes to Mama Earth here. Breathe it again, inhaling. Bringing that into your heart. One more time, inhaling. This time, swan diving all the way down before we lengthen. And planting your hands, step back to our first vinyasa. So Chaturanga Dandasana, so I'll just go through the poses in case this is somebody's first time. So you can be high plank, making sure that you're high on your tippy toes, shoulders stacked over top of wrists, or honor your body. If this serves you better, coming down to your knees, hugging elbows all the way in, lowering all the way down, Chaturanga Dandasana, your yogi push-up. Taking your hands off the mat, up on your fingertips. Your fingertips are aligned with your forehead here. Can we breathe just our head and chest off the mat into this just little cobra to warm up. And exhaling, going all the way down. Do this again. Linking your movement with your breath. Coming back down. You got it. One more time. Inhaling. And exhaling. Taking hands back under your shoulder, tucking your toes, downward facing dog. Always an option. You can come up through table before you transition there. Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. We had our summer solstice the other day, and what a great way to honor this brand new season, this season of summer. And as we talk about being present, what better time to be present than in the summer, where we can get outside and, as things are opening, do more things and not rush our summer away. Bending your knees, looking to the top of your mat. Can you travel there? Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Rise up, all the way up, sweeping arms up to stand. All the way down, bowing over your soft knees. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Maybe your cobra's coming up a little higher as you warm up. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths to reset. Maybe catch your breath. Bending your knees, looking to the top of your mat. Can you travel there? Inhaling to lengthen, flat back. Exhaling, pouring in. We're rising up. And bowing your soft knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra or maybe upward dogs in your practice, letting your knees come off the mat as we're warming up. Downward facing dog. Three breaths to reset wherever you are. Maybe grabbing a sip of water. Check in and see how everybody's doing. Great. Can you raise your right leg up behind you, three-legged dog? Bending your knee. Can you invite your right knee to right elbow? Breathing back up, three-legged dog. Breathing in, taking knee to nose, curling in. Three-legged dog. This time taking right knee across your body or as far as it can go to left elbow. Back to three-legged dog. One more time, curling in. Inviting or stepping your right foot to the top of your mat. Let's take our knee down to the mat into a low crescent lunge this morning. You can pad up your mat if you've got any issues with your knees. Toes can be flexed or can have your left foot flat on the mat. You can take your hands to your right knee to start. Let's just breathe into that right knee, still able to see the toes of our right foot. Feeling that nice stretch now in the front of your left leg. And you can breathe your hands up. Or maybe even cactus arms if you want to open up your chest here a little bit. You get some space in your shoulders. Letting hands come down, popping your left knee up off the ground, pivoting on your back foot that is opening up to the short edge of your mat, coming up into your warrior two posture. Gazes over your right middle finger here. Flipping your right hand, reaching up and back, exalt your warrior. Changing nothing in your legs, you're still bending generously into your right knee. Left arm is long down your left leg. You can come back into a half bind, taking that left arm in the base of your spine. Beautiful, guys. Coming back to your warrior two. Can you straighten out your your right knee without locking out? Reaching forward and hinging at your hip, coming into your triangle posture. So knees are still soft here, tail is tucked. Your hand can come down into your pant leg, or maybe you have a block handy. That gives you some space here. Or maybe it's in your practice to come all the way down to the mat. But only come here if that's not compromising your breath. Left side of your chest is open, shining bright. Nice job. Taking our left hand down to the mat, pivoting on our right toes. So we're facing forward in this wide-legged forward fold. Can you inhale to lengthen? Exhale, folding in. Before transitioning to the back of your mat now. Left toes are forward, and we're gonna come down onto our right knee. So our little half mandala here today, change things up a little bit. So just like on the other side, we're bending generously into our left knee. You can still see the toes of our left foot. You can pat up the mat if there's any issues with your right knee. We're going to inhale to lengthen and exhale, settling into our left foot here. Nothing's changing in our hips. We're still facing forward. And once you're feeling settled there, you can take your hands to your heart, or maybe breathing them up, or maybe you still want to go back into your cactus arms here. Letting our hands come down to the mat, popping up off your right toes, transitioning your foot here now that you're facing the short edge of your mat, coming up into your warrior two on your second side. Letting those shoulders soften away from your ears. Gazes over your left middle finger here. Maybe offering a smile up, turning the corners of your lips here. We're supposed to have some fun doing this. It is my favorite posture. Flipping your left palm, reach it up and back, exalt your warrior. And nice stretch in the left side of your body here. Sending breath there, staying present. And coming back through warrior two as you gently straighten out your left knee without locking, reaching through, like you want to reach through that wall in front of you before hinging at your hips, coming into your triangle posture. So again, one side is completely different than the other. Maybe you can't go as deep in this posture, or maybe you're deeper in this side. Honor your body. Only come down if you have the space to do that. You're not compromising the posture or your breath. Letting your right hand come down, letting left toes come forward. We're once again into that wide-legged forward fold. Can we inhale to lengthen? Exhale, folding in. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows here. Knees are soft. Just in this nice ragdoll posture. Maybe nodding your head no or shaking it yes. Letting anything else that may be hanging onto your neck to just soften here. When that feels ready, you can take your hands down to the mat, walking your hands over to your right side, maybe reaching onto your pant leg or your ankle with your left hand. Can we breathe our right hand up, offering a twist, shining our heart over to the right side of your mat. Letting hands come down, coming back to center. Let's let that go with an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, folding in. You got it. Walking over to the left side now. Right hand finds a pant leg or maybe your ankle before breathing your left hand up. And really see if you can have that twist come from your waist and not changing anything with your legs. Knees are still soft here. Heart to the left side of the room. Letting hands come down. Back to center, inhaling one more time. Exhale, folding in. Halfway lift, letting toes face forward. Right toe changes to the front. Left toe follows. Hands are on either side of your right foot. We're facing our front of our mat one more time. Letting right foot meet left, and we can rinse it out with our final vinyasa. Nice work, everybody. You can settle down, taking your knees into a child's pose. Taking any sips of water. Settle here for 10 breaths. And I often say sometimes this is the hardest posture, is settling here into this child's posture. This may be a time where it's harder to feel that you can be present, and your mind may begin to wander, and that's okay. Acknowledge, bring yourself back to your breath, back to your present moment. I promise life will be still there when we're finished. Can you surrender here for 5 more breaths? And when you're feeling ready, we're going to come all the way down to our bellies here. Just one more posture that I'd like to do before we transition onto our backs for a nice long Shavasana this morning. So hands, your elbows are underneath your shoulders, hands are out the front here. We're just going to settle here in Sphinx pose just for a moment. If this is too high, coming down onto your elbows. So we want to feel that length of our spine, our tails long behind us. Nice way to strengthen your back, but if there's any pinching, please, as I said, come down onto your elbows. Guys, letting yourself come back down out of that posture, taking your forehead to the mat, your right arm is long out to the side, taking left fingers up into the tented fingers where we started with our baby cobra earlier. You're going to bend your left knee, letting your chest come up in that cobra posture as you twist your body over to the right side, allowing that left foot to find the floor behind you. In our extended wing posture here. So this is a great posture to open up your shoulders. If you want to get deeper into the posture, you can walk your fingers up along the floor. Allow yourself to soften here, keeping your chin humble, making sure you're neutral spine with your neck. Maybe imagining a grapefruit underneath your chin. Five more breaths. Gently letting yourself come back over your left, your shoulders, hands are back underneath your shoulders. And maybe offering your left ear to the mat. Allowing your forehead to come back to center. Just transition to second side. This time, left arm is long to your side. Coming on your right tented fingers underneath your shoulder. Can you bend your right knee as you breathe up? Letting your right foot come and find the floor behind you. And once again, letting those fingers walk up the left side if you want to get deeper into that stretch. Observing where's your alignment in your neck. Is your chin humble? And can you settle here for 10 breaths? Gently letting yourself unravel, flipping yourself back over, inviting your right ear to the mat this time. Letting your forehead come back down to the mat here. And if you feel comfortable, twisting yourself over onto our backs here. Now this may feel different or odd for you because we're at the top of our mat here versus the back. So if that's not feeling good for you, you can tip yourself back over to the more traditional posture here. And letting our feet come to the floor, knees knocking in. Let's just finish before Shavasana. Some windshield wipers, just like at the start of class, slow and steady. Feeling that difference that your practice may have brought to your hips or any other body area that is allowing their presence to be known. And on your way to Shavasana, after you're feeling that the windshield wipers are complete, if there's any posture that your body may be craving, you can go there. I'm feeling like I'd like to take my legs up high to legs up the wall. So you travel through the final posture, and if that is, you're in Shavasana already, you go for it. So maybe legs up the wall, or maybe a happy baby, or Supta Baddha Konasana, your recline bound ankle. What serves you for these last few breaths before meeting in our Shavasana? Because that is where we will meet. So taking your time to settle into your corpse pose, your Shavasana, this final posture for your silent meditation, knowing that I will be here to guide you when the time is right. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. Wasn't that a beautiful moon last night? May the rain wash away your worries. May the breeze blow new strength into your being. May you walk gently through the world and know its beauty all the days of your life. Slowly bringing your awareness back into your body. Being gentle, slowly waking yourself back up. Maybe taking right ear to right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. Allowing the light to come into your eyes as you stretch long, waking yourself back up and finding your way to a seat. Rolling over to one side or the other, whichever is calling you. When you find yourself in your seat, bring your hands to heart center. Anjali Mudra. Allowing your chin to be humble. Your gaze can be lowered, your eyes can be closed. Just taking this moment to observe your body. Noticing any changes that your practice may have brought to your body, your heart, or your mind. Maybe you found yourself staying a little bit more present here. Thanking yourself for unrolling your mat this morning, or this evening, or this afternoon, whenever you're taking this class. Know that this community we have created allows you to be safe in whatever you want to feel on your mat. It has been my honor to lead you in your practice this morning, or this evening, or this afternoon, whenever you're joining. Know that the love and the light in my heart bows to the love and the light in your heart. Namaste. Have great days, everyone. Glad to be back here on my mat with you. I've missed sharing this time, and I will see you again next week. Have great days, and hopefully that you are able to find the space to be present off your mat as well. Take care. Namaste.